This is the very first edition of a segment that we're going to be ending each episode on is Yell in a Cell, which is basically going to be a debate type show. These boys are going to be going head to head, and who knows, every episode could be something different. Who knows, maybe it's one-on-one, Ray and Ephraim, Matt and Ray, or maybe it's all four of us. But on this particular one, to start
Could
us
be an
off,
Eiffel Tower.
yeah, could be an Eiffel Tower, Sabrina Carpenter style.
Hey,
But
whoa, 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 whoa.
for this episode,
He said,
hey, I'm gonna hit you with that Gunther chop on the behind real quick because we are past SummerSlam, which is typically treated as the mid-season finale of wrestling of WWE. For the first Yell in the Cell match, I want these fierce competitors, these kayfabe and chill superstars, to pitch me the best main events for WrestleMania 42. I want to set the rules real quick. You're not being scored on your picks for WrestleMania. You're not being scored on the matches that you made. You're being scored on your arguments, the facts you brought to the table, your creativity, your corazon, your rhetoric. This is what will get you the win. Not necessarily if I agree with the pick. So if you go I Show Speed versus Mr. Beast for main event and you just commit to the bit, you give me the best compelling argument ever, you just might win. So with that being said, all the setup being put aside, you got Ray yawning. So I think we're ready to go.
let's go
Starting
for it.
off,
I'm gonna let y'all know my pick. My pick was Mr. Iguana versus Santino for main event of no.
Hey, that would have been a good
Ray,
opening.
As I was saying, I was like, why are you making a face? You probably booked that as soon as you watch WrestleMania. You're like, give me it.
Add Tongalo in there, and we're good.
Ray's like that and Joe Hendry. All four of them in one match. Fatal four way.
Mr. Ray, please tell us why you decided to main event night one. You had Rhea Ripley, Mommy versus your mamacita, Stephanie Vaquer. Please.
All right. Late
Ray's
or-
like, oh help, my wives are fighting, guys, help. No.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
Oh, is
no.
it a custody of Ray match? Is it a custody of Ray?
Wait, put the.
I'll
the
throw that
graphic
in there. I'll throw that in there.
Ray in the shark cage.
Alrighty. So the WrestleMania night one, Stephanie versus Rhea Ripley. I was actually looking up right now. There hasn't been a women's match to main event of WrestleMania since WrestleMania, where is it? 37, 2021. I think right now the women's wrestling is evolving. It's kind of overtaking the guys wrestling. It's what the heck are you watching, bro?
Ooh.
You.
And my little brother is screaming his head off. That's what he's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
right now.
I heard it cut me off.
Oh, I thought it was Butters dying in South Park.
But anyway, women's wrestling right now is kind of evolving into something better than the men's. Yes, the men's right now, the storyline wise, don't get me wrong, there's a ton of great ways to go with that. But right now, the women's, I think they're on a really great roll with that. Rhea Ripley is a big fan favorite, and so is Stephanie, both fan favorites right now in that division. Stephanie, you're probably thinking like, all right, she's up and coming. She is a star. The fans are behind her, but hey, there's been a lot of stars that they easily get that WrestleMania spot, and I think right now she is one of them. This has been a match that they've teased a little bit, whether it's backstage or even teaming up with them. I just think right now that would be a great way to open up night one. Bria's done great in WrestleMania. We've seen what Stephanie has done on our PLEs, seeing what she did in the Evolution Royal Rumble or whatever, the one with all the 30. But yeah, I think it would be a great way, open up WrestleMania, kind of show like, hey, WWE, we're evolving. This women's division is eventually going to be start taking over, and I think that would be a great way to open it.
Okay, ding, ding, ding. Ray, appreciate that argument. Next up, we'll go with Matt. You had Seth versus Roman, night one.
I thought about adding Sammy in there, but I don't believe they're gonna give him that Saudi rub because I don't believe he's gonna play MAGA ball with Triple H and the entire TKO company. I don't believe they're gonna give him that win. I believe that in Saudi Arabia in the Royal Rumble, they're gonna want that crowd to have a big winner that they're all gonna cheer for. In that case being Roman winning the Rumble. And it'll be a nice, I guess, change if you compare from last time to when he won the Rumble, just nothing but boos. They also then too much has very much changed since the Shield. We're not counting the Royal Rumble 2021 match because that also ended in disqualification. But it's also just a finally I guess like a blow off match for just both their careers of like just having a WrestleMania match because there's a bunch of wrestlers in the past that have not had it. Their whole WrestleMania feud match. You look at John Cena and Randy Orton, they never had one. Or I think even Edge and Cena. There's no been like two rivals that had like a WrestleMania match. And I believe in storyline wise, I believe that Roman will go back to his family and team with the Usos. And during one of the WrestleMania nights, they will be taking on the Braun Browns for the tag team titles.
Mr. CC, you had Seth versus Gunther night one, and you specifically noted, I have a lot to say on this topic. So by all means, carpet's all laid out. What you got for us? Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Where's my graphic at?
No. I'm pulling it up.
Technical difficulties.
You see this? You see how this champ is acting now?
I'm pulling it up. There you go. Gunther, Seth Rollins.
You spelled Gunther's name wrong. It's Goon. Goon. There. Come on.
Okay,
Man.
right.
Noted.
What,
No,
what,
I'm next time.
what are we on? I mean, I wanted Seth Roman too, but Matt took it first. I was too busy doing my auditions and stuff like that, so I didn't really have time to look at the chat. But
And this is part of your argument, you're saying? You're saying your
Yes, it's
auditioning is part of your argument? Okay.
yes, it's part of my
Got you.
argument. But no, I think Gunther's going to be out for quite a bit of a while. I think because I think it's a nasal injury, I believe, or something along
Yeah.
those lines.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and I know the Rumble's going to be in Saudi, and everyone's expecting Sammy to win it or Roman. Like when Matt was saying, Roman, some popular wrestler to win it. But the ultimate heel heat for Gunther to come back to be this ultimate bad guy is having him win the Rumble. And I want him to like I said, I want Gunther to bulldoze to every wrestler when he comes back. Because he lost to Punk, and I was like, okay, maybe it's time to let him rest and reset his character. And I want him, I guess, just filling this feud between him and Rollins, the ultimate two world champions colliding at the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 would be an ultimate prize. And seeing Gunther finally take that title away from Rollins, being like, I'm the true world champ, would be just a great moment. And that's one of my that's why I picked that one as my second, I guess, my other pick.
Okay, there you go. All right, so those are the initial pitches. I'll go ahead and let's start with Matt. Go ahead, give me your rebuttals you can start off with either one.
See, Ethan,
Let's go for it.
I like your match. I really do,
Oh shit.
I know. He's winding it up.
but not at WrestleMania.
Okay, Cody Rhodes.
I want that title, but not at WrestleMania.
They are going to finally pull the trigger on Brock Lesnar versus Gunther at Mania. I think that's going to happen. That's a more WrestleMania match because I think for this one, their big draw is just going to be putting on a good show for WrestleMania 42. They don't have that Cena nostalgia bait that was getting us off. And then as in for Reyes, I don't think they're going to give Stephanie that rub as fast. I don't think they're going to have her have that championship against Rhea. I think I see Stephanie going over Tiffany Stratton first before Rhea.
You're wrong.
Okay. I've been writing your guys' points down just so I can analyze them. Okay, you are wrong.
No.
Okay.
I feel like Tiffany might lose that belt against Bianca, and I think it just see right now Tiffany's kind of stance with me is very iffy, considering I think she should have lost against Jade, but I feel like Stephanie taking it off of Rhea, or I'll be honest, I didn't even know who I'd put as the belt. I'll be honest, but I think if Rhea does have that belt and it's that match and
Good
Stephanie,
points.
hey, shut up, it's not your turn.
Hey. By the way, y'all can just go. It's not like turns or anything. Y'all can just go.
Okay.
This is just
Yeah.
See,
Right.
I have the triple threat of Jade, Naomi, and Bianca.
Oh, he
Nia-
booked this
Nia-
whole night. He booked
I know,
the whole
Nia-
card.
Naomi's different though right now. Naomi's a little bit different right now.
Hey,
I
we
mean-
don't know if Big Jim was up in there yet.
Oh,
Maybe he
I said that.
proceeded with caution. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
Not enough caution.
Not enough caution. Oh, what are you talking about? With Jade and her losing, it kind of throws plans off. It throws a wrench into the plans. Stephanie and Rhea will be a great match, but I don't think WWE understands how to push a star anymore. So I think the chances of them main eventing night 1 is going to be very low, just because how WWE is. Just Stephanie's a big star, but they don't know how to capitalize off that moment because they're too focused on Rhea, Jacob, and the stars they have now.
Not only that, they wanted a whole very fluent English to put
Yeah.
all the merchandise and to be in everything. I mean, look at Rhea. I mean, Rhea, Io.
I feel like Stephanie's been able to work on her English, and even she said it like she knows, hey, her English isn't the best. She's improving that. I do think, given time, I feel like eventually we'll start seeing a little bit more of her English come out with, promos and stuff like that. So right now, hey, it's not the best, but it's pretty solid for the situation.
I mean, I think with Seth and Roman, I agree on the parts what Matt was saying. With it should have a Mania match because many times we've all wanted Roman versus Seth because Rollins has always said three things are certain in life: taxes, death, and Roman Reigns loses to Seth Rollins. Something that's always happened. So seeing
Right.
that on the big stage would be great. Having Rollins finally beat Roman. My only takeaway from it, if Roman does not win the Rumble, I think they're going to try to build him against Braun in a way because Braun needs to be a big star, and Mania is that stage to set that up. Now I know the rivalry is there for Rollins and Roman to finally have it, but I feel like it can end at War Games. But it's crazy to think about too because I think Braun is that next star, and he's gonna kind of take Roman off the map for quite a bit of a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ephraim's kind of said everything I wanted to say. This feud is great, but if they start replaying that cycle over and over again, it's like, all right, we can predict this outcome already. So I feel like if the case, like he says, if Roman does lose in the Rumble, there's not that point of setting up that rivalry. Yes, Braun's in his, with the team with Rollins, but he's not aiming for Rollins. He's going after Braun. So it wouldn't really make sense in that matter. But for the match alone, everybody wants this match. It's just been a given. So I think, kind of Ephraim's.
I also think too that I know it's being portrayed as Heyman loving Rollins,
But
but
it doesn't give that.
I feel like it doesn't feel like that. I don't get the sense of it while I've been watching. I feel like it's built for Braun, and that's going to be the Paul Heyman guy. As much as everyone's saying Seth, that it's going to be Braun turning on Seth at some point. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Rollins versus Braun Breaker at WrestleMania. Who knows?
The thing about this whole scenario, I ended up booking the entirety of WrestleMania 42 of like, all right, what would work out perfectly good? What would support my entire like night one
I
card?
love that. I love that. Again, you get points on creativity and your arguments and just how much you thought into it. I really like the argument of like we've missed out on some big blow off matches and rivalries having that at Mania instead of, like AJ and Cena and Cena and Edge. Cena's had a lot of big blow off matches, not at Mania. And also, I did like the detail of like having Roman winning Royal Rumble in Saudi and having that poeticism from 2015, and now he's getting cheered. So ring it up. Matt gets a point.
Ray, you see the Glaze Fest going on between these two? Just giving them free points.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I
It
did
was
also
not
have
free. Y'all did. You guys said. Yeah,
I
I
have no
absolutely love
idea
that
what
pick.
you're talking
Ephraim
about.
was like, "Oh, I
You're
love that
just being
pick."
biased.
No, he said, "I love that
You want to
pick."
kiss him
I
on
think
the
my one
lips.
takeaway. No, I want to kiss Ray on the lips.
No, you
Uh,
want to kiss him on the lips.
well, I
You're in
do
love
want to.
with
I wouldn't mind kissing Matt on the
ev-
lips. Are you kidding me?
every,
Whoa, wait.
every time Matt sends something, he's all first emojis. Oh my God, Matt, I love you. Let me glaze you 24/7. But let's go on. Let's get another point going. Let's start
you
night
just
two.
miss it, Ephraim. You just miss it.
I don't miss
Oh,
nothing.
okay. You know what? Let's start with you then. Cody Rhodes,
Let's
CM Punk.
go.
What you got?
With Punk and Cody, I think it's been building for a while. I think all the promos and stuff they've been talking about of these two guys falling from the top and going back, it spreads and it goes and it's been building for a while. And I think these two guys on a big clash, the ultimate babyface versus the anti-Punk. And I think it just the story's there. We've already, like I said, we've heard in the promos, we've heard them Punk going at it, Cody saying, "At some point, I will get you," and Cody's like, "Well, I'll be waiting." I think it's just the ultimate. How do I put it in superhero terms? I guess Captain America versus Wolverine in a way, or Punisher. I don't know how to put it.
Well, Superman versus Batman.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way. But I look at Cody as Captain America.
I
The
see
That's
that.
why.
Wolverine thing fits.
Yeah, and I think because Wolverine's always had respect for Captain America because the way he
That and
is.
CM Punk brought mutton chops for a while.
Yeah, and Mutton Chops too. But I think that Cap thing of Cody being the ultimate good guy, I mean, like no matter how wrong he's done, he's still good with the whole Bucky thing. So I think these two colliding and having those talks and always going back to the past, especially these two guys from being in AEW, it just makes sense to have a main event night two for that championship. And I think after Punk getting his title cashed in on by Rollins, which was a sad moment.
Punk also the first to hold the world AEW title along with WWE.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that too. I want to see him hold both titles, but
But he did for 5 minutes.
he gave the world title, but this is the big title. This is the big belt. This is the WWE Championship. And I want to see him hold that belt and hold the AEW title. And be
You're
like,
not
that's
saying
the
it's
first one.
you're not saying the world heavyweight championship's not on par with the regular championship?
I've always agreed with
We'll
Roman
get to the
said.
fights. We'll get to the fighting in a second in the
We got
rebuttals.
to hear everybody first.
Mr.
I was like,
CC.
I'm down with whatever. We could go right now. But what do you call it? No, I just think it's good. These two have that story already planted, and we've been seeing it for the last 2 years. So seeing them go at it, it's gonna be cool. See how I said seeing them go at it?
I
Hey,
will add
from
that as a point, an extra +1 for Mr. CC for the little, the detail work. Well
Ephraim's
done.
on that LA night. Any place, anytime.
Yep,
Wait,
I'll take all three of y'all and let's go.
Oh, we're talking about a fight?
I'm down for all of it.
No, I was talking about something. I thought we were going to take us in another sense. Anyways,
Yeah, I'll take y'all too.
let's go with Ray. You had the only triple threat
Yeah.
in this argument or in this Yell in a Cell. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton.
I know, I know, I know
Okay.
Matt's gonna hate this one. Um,
I already do.
this would be an interesting case. I think Roman is gonna be, trying to redeem that championship. Obviously, that's been the big storyline for him right now is how to get back to that belt eventually. And I think that would be a great way to do it. But also on the other side, you also have Randy Orton, who's faced off with the bloodline, but also the mentor for Cody, who when was the belt, when he was a champion before Cena took it, there was a little like, can he take this belt off of him? I think having this match would be a great way to kind of see both sides of the fallen king who wants his crown again, or the legend who's chasing history and time is slowly fading for him to get that belt and eventually catch up with Cena. There's a big history with these three, with Roman and Cody, that build up for the past couple of years. Cody and Randy, that history from mentors to now enemies and now friends. So I think there's a lot of history behind it that could help elevate this story. I think it would be a great way to kind of see, all right, Randy Orton, RKO, Cody, and Roman Reigns all in one WrestleMania.
Beautiful. Nice, short and sweet. Um, Now we get to, I believe, Matt with, hold on, I'm taking a minute to pull it up, but you had Cody versus Randy.
I debated adding Punk in here, but fuck Punk. Um, I believe now, as like the next maybe 2 or 3 years of WWE, it's gonna just be another one biting the dust. We're having Cena, having AJ, and I think now Randy's gonna be a little bit out that. I mean, he signed like I think a 5 or 4 year contract, but it's gonna be wiring down. Another of just a big blow off match of just a big singles match of the mentor versus the student. But I have Randy turning heel. I have him winning the Elimination Chamber. I have him doing exactly what Cena did of the whole just all being happy and just the whole turnaround. But he's gonna do that after winning the Elimination Chamber. But the only difference I have is Randy is gonna finally bring out the punt. And it's gonna finally give into how devastating that punt is. He's gonna just shake his hand and then just he's gonna be on the ground and it's gonna be right off Cody for like maybe 2 weeks. And then that's when they come back and they have like maybe 3 or 2 promo battles. I have Randy winning it to get 15 and then maybe 16 if I have them after that. They're gonna do 3 matches. Randy winning at Mania, then Cody winning it, and then back to Randy just to give Randy a little push of becoming a more than a 14-time championship, maybe 16 at most, because I don't think they'll have him beating Cena.
Just because Matt mentioned it, Ray has Randy also. Does Randy turn heel in your scenario, Ray?
I think no, I don't think so.
Okay, so three baby faces of varying degrees, and they're
I
all going
think
head to head to head.
I think Roman's the only one I feel like could be healed just because right now, like he's in that weird factor where he's not a heel, but he's not a face either. He's just a person trying to reclaim his throne. He's trying to reclaim his kingdom, or well, not his kingdom, but his crown again. His championship.
I was gonna
It's
say that's Cody's
Ulafala.
thing.
It's
That's why I was like, there you go, the Ulufala. Well, no, he has that.
the Shulafala.
He's trying to get his Spizikes back. All right, y'all, fight. Whoever wants to go can go first.
I'll let Ephraim go because I know y'all two were going crazy. Yeah, cook up.
And Ray's like, I'm out of there.
Y'all were swinging.
It's like the moment in the triple threat where one of the like Naomi at SummerSlam goes like, "All right, y'all got it. Like, I'm gonna let you guys fight."
I'm gonna let y'all do y'all's
Okay.
thing.
Wait, Matt, are you mean you're gonna look at Ray and just grab his ass and throw him in the ring?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Just
there's a
let-
moment for you guys to just both turn to Ray and be like,
No.
We're
And
gonna
just
have
in
that
that case,
that 41 moment of line him off of like Seth and Roman teaming to have Punk
the little,
power bomb.
just throw the hand out.
You see, I don't see Randy hesitating anymore. Cody didn't hesitate with Cena. Cena didn't ever really hesitate with him either. He's seeing that everyone's not hesitating. Randy just kept hesitating every single time with the punts or even just doing what it takes to win, like even against Cody. I think now he's just gonna finally just fully give in.
It's hard because I want to say it could be a missed opportunity, but I also know I know there's a story there. But I feel like it's missed its mark with the whole KO thing. Because I feel like KO was a perfect setup for that. Having Randy lose to KO at Mania and Randy kind of watching Cody get his glory back, or watching Cody get his glory back, and then both go through this transitional period of losing and then together, and then boom, it gets to SummerSlam, and Randy is in a match with Jelly Roll and Logan Paul, and he's
yeah.
like,
Mm.
how come I'm not fighting for that title? And they could have set it up easily where I know it could have gone to Mania, but it could have gone, this feud feel like it could have gone to War Games, and they could have had Team Randy versus Team Cody. I knew what we had, but I don't know. I just feel like it was it's already missed its mark on some people, and I feel like I'm one of them. Like now, I don't want to see it. Like I'm like I really don't want to see this build to Mania anymore. I feel like we re-established Cody and Randy are not going to turn on each other. Yes, it's there, but I just don't see it anymore. I think it's time has passed.
Mm.
And you don't think that with Punk?
No, because I feel like they built it for a while with this ladder of them with promo after promo. I think in meantime at Mania, it's going to get to that point. Do I think
So what,
Punk's
you have
probably
Cody
going to?
winning the Elimination Chamber Rumble?
I don't have Cody winning it. I think Punk's probably going to win.
CM Punk?
I don't think him winning the Chamber. The Rumble. I feel like he'll win the Chamber. No Seth Rollins because, like we said, I really like the whole Seth Rollins idea with him going against. We all said it with Roman, and I think he'll be too busy with Roman beating his ass every night in Raw. So Punk's able to get this opportunity to go to SmackDown, win the Chamber, do what he needs to do, and face Cody at Mania.
Ray, you've been awfully quiet. You've been letting these two cook.
All right,
Do you
let's grab
have?
his ass and put him in the ring.
Yeah. They threw you
I
in the
mean,
ring.
Roman
What do you
never
have to
winning
say?
Woman, I don't see woman ever winning a title again.
I don't see Roman winning it either.
His schedule is becoming less and less. He hasn't had a singles match since WrestleMania 40. He's just a new Undertaker. He's only showing up for the bigger moments.
What was that thing where he said that I'm never gonna win that world title because it's a second grade title?
Yeah,
That's right.
that promo was fuck. He
Yeah.
did the shit out of it.
Yeah, so I'm like, he does
Didn't I
not.
already beat everyone competing for that title?
Yeah, so I'm like, he doesn't need that belt, and I don't think he needs to compete for that world title. So I'm just like, I don't see him winning it at all. So I'm like, damn.
No, I see him going for it against Seth Rollins. I just have him, not winning it.
You have him losing to Rollins? Oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
either way, maybe he'll win it, maybe he won't. If anything, it's just a bonus of like, I also won the heavyweight and I finally beat Rollins.
I think y'all both have valid points on y'all's own. Like CM Punk and Cody. I think it's one of those, it'll be there around that time. However, I think after a while, it's kind of that thing that WWE does. They tease it, we forget about it until literally like leading maybe the week or a couple weeks prior to WrestleMania. I think it's one of those things. Yes, we'll remember it, but other fans will just be like, "Oh shoot, like that's still happening." Like I thought that ended like a while ago. Then you have yours was Roman versus Randy, right?
Mine was Cody versus Randy.
Oh,
Cody
Cody
versus
See,
versus
Randy.
with mine, I have Randy winning the Elimination Chamber, probably using a punt in order to win it. Maybe using it on multiple people to set it up. How devastating the punt is. Maybe Randy uses it once on the final three. He uses it once, or not even just using it just on one person. He just goes on this, I guess, a mean streak of just like he punts somebody, one, two, three, another one.
Oh,
Punts
okay.
another person, one, two, three, just setting up the devastation of the punt.
Like
And they just,
that Brock Lesnar chamber where he just F5'd everyone, eliminated them.
yeah. But
That was
Basically,
so bad.
and then doing it to Cody once he like shakes his hand of like, I'm gonna face you at Mania, does it to Cody, writes him off the TV, and then they do it at Mania. Randy does it to Cody. It builds up the 1, 2, 2.99. Cody kicks out.
I was
yeah.
like, with Punk winning the chamber, I have him just pinning Drew because I wanted Drew and Punk to be the last two. He could
I
finally
don't know.
Nah, you pissed off
where
Matt, bro.
this
All
dude
right,
said
round
Punk.
three.
This dude said Punk on live on camera, so I feel like it's time to get my get back. None of
I'm
Drew.
done with corporate, and I'm done with corporate man Punk. You see the way he be treating the fans? He just has a suit and tie on. He lets his
I, I, I don't know.
he lets his other suit and tie men speak for him. But like, oh, he doesn't do
I,
handshakes. Or like,
look,
oh, he can't say that.
I would say corporate Jew because he's teaming with Logan
You
and
see
the Jelly
why I
Roll
stayed
match.
out? You see why I stayed out? I said
Oh,
that's all
Ray, you
y'all.
shouldn't have said anything because now it's like, wait a second, what'd you say? What'd you say?
I think with Punk losing this world title, it makes more sense because I feel like Punk getting that championship opportunity is they're like, okay, here you got the breadcrumbs of it, right? He won it 5 minutes, whatever. Here's breadcrumbs. Rollins cashes in, boom, over. Yeah, he got this world title, but there's something always bigger on the horizon for Punk. And him, talking to Cody, always telling Cody like, this is what you need to do, and we'll see each other on that on your way down, on my way up. They've had that before. Now Cody's back on top. Punk's on his way back down. You mean they're gonna cross paths once again and lock eyes? Where Punk's like, I won the world title. Yes, it's been 5 minutes, but it's true. Like Rollins is doing his own thing, but now I'm after you. Like that's the title I really came back for. That's the belt I held for 434 days. That's the belt I made prestigious in 2011. The Summer of Punk was my year. I'm about to make it again while I beat Dusty's kid. Something he's always been saying that we're gonna face off at some point. And I think at Mania 42, there's a lot of stories that are already getting taken up with Rollins and Roman. And I think, like I said, Rollins and Roman is going to be taking off that world title to make that world title a little more entertaining. But with them two crossing paths, it's able to leave Punk with another story to open, that door to open, and Cody's going to be that challenger waiting for him. I think that's just why I think. And I like I said, if they do Randy and Cody, sure. I just think it's a missed part because these two have history and they can do it even after Mania. Other pay-per-views are able to hold that match. But with Punk and Cody, I feel like those promos they've had for the past couple years just makes it more like I want to see that fucking match. I need to see it.
Okay. Well, here you go, Ray. Go ahead. Shoot your shot. Win me. What you got?
On theirs or mine?
You can take it however you like. I'm giving you free platform, however you want to win us over.
Wait, I love the graphics by the way that you were doing for this.
Appreciate that, Mr. CZ. Thank you. Appreciate
Wait,
y'all.
why are you? I know why he's
What?
doing that.
Hey, what?
He's
I'm
swinging you
not
up.
doing anything.
He's swinging you up. I saw that.
But
No,
no, I will take any glazing, any sort of
Wait.
sweetening up.
It was between me and Matt, Ray. It wasn't even about
yeah,
you.
alrighty.
Yeah. So, anyways, back when I was saying, you forget to go back to You're forgetting
No,
what Triple H loves the most, and that's long-term storytelling. How long have they been building up Cody versus Randy of Randy turning heel? He's been looking at that title, especially
has
in
he
Saudi
though?
Arabia. He had his ribs injured, and he was just
Wait,
looking
why are
back
you
at Cody.
disagreeing with him? Randy was in your triple threat match with Matt.
I know, but
It
when it
just
comes, hold up. It seems like lately he hasn't been eyeing that title.
that's fair. I agree on that.
See,
Because he
that's
had a
all I
tag
wanted to
match.
say.
He lost a chance at King of the Ring. He has to wait until another opportunity.
So
What
you
the heck?
think so you think Randy will win that chamber?
The ironic part is I specifically said, Ray, I'm gonna let you go ahead, do what you gotta do, and then everyone
Look,
just started going. No, but I'm gonna protect you right now, Ray. I'm giving you a platform right now. Here, I'm blocking them
I
out. What do you have to say?
I think mine it's up there, right? But I think theirs is more strategic. When you're thinking, like long term, how can this help the business and all that?
Yeah.
Obviously, they have the best answers. I won't sit here and lie and say they're worse. They do. But I
Hmm.
think when you're talking pure wrestling, you're thinking, all right, storylines that one off can be interesting, can be fun. You look at a Roman Reigns, you look at a Randy Orton. Like I've said, there is that history there. They've all intertwined with each other at some point in history with wrestling, with storylines, whatever the case may be. Wherever Cody was, Randy and Roman have been there with them. So I think from more wrestling, fun, excitement, you want something like a big event. I think a triple threat between those would be great. But if you want, booking, storyline to continue, the company to see this in the future, their answers, I will give them respect. That's the best way to go.
Wow.
Okay, take the
But
respect
yeah,
out.
but you're forgetting about one thing. Triple H is very biased, and he loves
Oh
long-term
yeah.
storytelling. And he's very biased
He
too.
just
What
did
do you?
this.
He gives them. He's going to give the shine to his Triple H guys.
No, that's what I'm
Randy
saying.
Randy was a Triple H guy.
What was that
Who's the
for
next?
carrying?
Who's the next Triple H guy? Seth.
Hmm.
He gave him the briefcase, and sure, Punk did win the belt. But who did he give the belt to 5 minutes later?
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, that is round two of Mania main event. Look, Ray, you had me at the end. You had me towards the end when you were just talking about, okay, I want what is going to sell tickets, what's going to give us a great main event match. You had me, and then you agreed with Matt. It was like,
No, cause
yeah,
no,
you
cause I
just
was
totally downplayed your
Okay,
no,
so
argument.
no,
who's
no, no.
the
Hold
only
up.
one agreeing on? I heard that right. I was like, wait a minute, what?
No, because I was saying like no, he's not wrong. Triple H is gonna go with whoever he sees fits. That's why I was saying the company, their matches, the ones they're advertising, the company Triple H, that's the more strategic route, is what I'm saying. So when he
Yeah.
said they're gonna go with Triple H's guys, yeah, I'm gonna agree. They're gonna go more strategic. If you want a fun base, ticket selling, history, all that great stuff, that's why I feel like the triple threat would have been the best option between those. Because either way, even if you went off one between Cody and Roman, you still got one with Randy and Cody that could evolve.
I mean, my only like I know we rang the bell, but my only thing is that you take Roman out of that equation because Roman does not in this new story. It doesn't make sense for Roman to go after that title anymore. His beef is with Rollins, and that's it alone. Yeah, I know he's always wanted to go back at that belt, but it doesn't make sense. So pretty much what I was thinking is like if you take Roman out of the equation, Matt and Ray pretty much have the same pick.
But that wasn't.
That is true. It was, but it wasn't. It's not a what if. It's all. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
it's
Roman
not.
does add a
Yeah,
big. Roman does add a big. You know what? I do love the Fallen King versus a legend who wants to catch up to Cena versus, and he's getting desperate versus the student who's currently QB1. Um, Also with Matt, I like the detail of Randy turning heel. I love the punt kick. You have the trilogy that's all set up. I do. Okay, so I think it was Ray who set it up, who said, no, it was Ephraim who set it up with like he missed its mark because of KO getting injured. And they totally babyfaced him at Mania 41. So it's like they went the complete opposite direction of where they wanted to go. And then the RK roll. And then Ray brought up Randy they haven't really been doing much of the title stuff. Like he had King of the Ring, but
He
they've
also
kind of
hasn't
kept
won a
them
singles. He
separately.
hasn't really won singles besides Mania 41, and he
That's
lost
true.
to us. He lost to Paul and Drew, trying to be a good guy.
Mm, okay. Um, I like that. However, I'm gonna go with the person who I have the least amount of cons against. Damn. The least amount of cons against. Plus, I love the whole comic book parallel, Captain America versus Wolverine. Mr. CC, you got a point for this round because I really and also yeah, there has been that setup. What was it? He said to Cody, "We can't keep dodging each other forever."
Mm-hmm.
We've had those teases here and there, those great promos that they've cut against each other. Oh, you're the, what is it? You've been spending so many nights in full arenas, but feeling empty inside. And this is the struggle of being a champ. Like, I love those
Yeah,
promos. So
and
finally
I
blowing
feel
that off would be great.
and I feel like too what he says, like I've been there. I understand the frustration, the tiredness of that
Yeah.
title. So these two kind of having that like, and who knows? Maybe that's where Cody finally turns heel on Mania and kicks the shit out of Punk.
All right, what's Mania's from tiebreaker? What's our? I
Oh,
hear
no,
voices in the air.
Ray is in this is in on this too. So he can
Oh, yeah?
definitely come in, steal a point, and then all of a sudden we're in
Ooh.
double overtime.
It's a little. Wait, do it, Ray.